And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Satellite imagery showing a weak system out here extending down toward the Pribilof Islands back into the main low center here. Over the western Aleutians, a lot of shower activity out in that area. Next system down here to the south, starting to spread some clouds up toward the eastern Aleutians Atka Island area. And then another weak low here was a little stronger earlier today, but weakening here this afternoon over western Bristol Bay there. And some clouds in areas of snow and snow showers here from the western Brooks Range all the way down to Kodiak Island, where fell as rain. Heavier precipitation there today. And low pressure here tracking eastward toward the southern panhandle, spreading more rain up into the southern southeast coastal areas. And not too bad over the central and eastern part of the state. Some clouds clipping the eastern Arctic coast up there to the north. On the chart, here's this system, western Gulf of Alaska, pushing the next front in toward the panhandle there with gusty winds and rain. Cape Decision seeing winds gusting up to 48 miles per hour out of the east today, and Ketchikan about 32 miles an hour from the southeast, with rain on the increase there and lighter amounts to nothing up to the north. Dry sunshine, areas of sunshine for a part of the day today in the Copper River Basin up into toward the central interior. And then up to a half-inch of rain falling at Kodiak during the day today, with about inch of snow or so in this band of snow, anywhere from a half-inch to maybe an inch and a half of snow falling in some areas here from King Salmon, northeast Bristol Bay, up into the northwest interior there, Kotzebue and those areas. And this low brought winds gusting to about 54 miles per hour at Cold Bay earlier this morning, around 7 or 8 a.m. with 40 to 45 miles an hour gusts recorded at King Cove and Falls Pass. Otherwise, weak trough here and a few scattered showers over the eastern Aleutians. The main front back up to the north there, a little bit stronger, and a trough making rather breezy and showery over the western Aleutians and southwest Bering Sea. And for tonight, that system kind of slides a little bit to the south and east there. And that keeps it wet and windy over the western Aleutians, showers with less wind over the Adak-Atka area, dry with no wind for the eastern Aleutians. Risk of some snow flurries there around the Pribilof Islands, otherwise light winds there also. Actually light winds over much of the central eastern Bering Sea, all in the interior looking at light winds. This area of light snow persists through the night here, but rainfall becomes more showery for Kodiak Island, tapers off, and that weak low persisting with some scattered snow showers here over the Alaska Peninsula. Central eastern part of the state, dry, light winds, variable clouds all the way from the Arctic coast down into the Gulf of Alaska. This system approaching the Panhandle tonight. That'll increase the wind and rain there. Look for gale force winds possibly, especially along Prince of Wales Island coast, and rain possibly heavy at times this evening. And starting to taper off after midnight. As you can see, tomorrow that low's gone. Already the next system spreading warm front rains tomorrow afternoon into the southern southeast coast, with much lighter amounts up to the north there. Still some showers possible here. Southern Kenai Peninsula down in toward Kodiak Island with continued easterly flow, pulling some moisture westward there. Isolated to widely scattered snow showers here for the southwest part of the state. A little bit more widespread in the way of some pretty light snow flurries here from the Yukon Delta in across Norton Sound there, and maybe into the Seward Peninsula, but that tapers off, not nearly as widespread as it was today with low pressure near St. Lawrence Island. Could be a little bit of light snow there on up to through the Bering Strait, maybe clipping Point Hope and Cape Lisburne, but dry, light winds and some clearing, fair amount of clearing, central and eastern part of the state, and maybe a few more clouds over Cook Inlet tomorrow and what we saw today, maybe not. And then rain and showers here over the Aleutians with that low center out there, which drops southeastward actually as another system comes onto the chart there way out to the west, bringing some light snow into Shimianatu, but improving over the Bering Sea here with a fair amount of clearing skies, light northerly winds, maybe up to 20-25 miles an hour in gusts, say for the eastern Aleutians. But not too bad at all. Some light snow up over the northern Bering Sea with this trough here connecting into that low right along the northwest coast there. Dry over the interior with best chance of clearing over the central and east side into the Copper River Basin. Variably cloudy skies for Cook Inlet down into the Kenai Peninsula. Chance of showers Kodiak Island, Bristol Bay, and the next system from this position Saturday afternoon tracks northeastward to right off the north coast or right off the central coast for Sunday afternoon. They're driving that front inland, so another round of heavy wind and rain coming in with that system, mostly over the central and southern parts of the southeast coast. Strongest there, say from Sitka, Port Alexander on down along Prince of Wales Island in toward Dixon Entrance. Lows tonight for the southeast coast, 25 to 30 in the north, otherwise mid to upper 30s to the south. Below zero, Copper River Basin, and 5 to 15 for the Mananuska-Susitna Valley down into the Kenai Peninsula, milder towards Homer and Kodiak, and in the teens and 20s for Bristol Bay, 5 to 15 for the Kuskokwim Valley, mostly in the teens all the way out to the southwest coast. 30s for the Aleutians, lower 30s Pribilofs, mid-20s St. Lawrence Island, and lows below zero over the eastern interior, as cold as 25 below, say for Token, Northway, Chicken maybe, but 1 for Eagle, back into the minus teens below zero for the Yukon Flats, and staying above zero for the Arctic coast. North Slope could drop to 5 to 10 below. Highs for tomorrow, below zero here over eastern interior areas, staying below zero, with Fairbanks 4 below for the high and Tanana 4 above, with temperatures in the 20s here for south central Alaska, but rising still into the upper 30s around Homer and Kodiak, and in the 20s there to lower 30s for Bristol Bay. Highs in the Panhandle, mid-30s north, mid-40s down toward the south, and staying rather mild up there on the Arctic coast, anywhere from 10 to 15 degrees for the highs, and lower 30s for the Pribilofs, and upper 30s, lower 40s for the Aleutians. Lows Sunday morning, below zeros, temperatures expand westward here a little bit there, anywhere from 5 below to 5 above, and then colder here, 10 to 25 below over the east side. Temperatures 5 to 15, south central Alaska, mid-20s toward Kachemak Bay, and in the 20s and 30s for the southeast coast. Highs for Sunday afternoon. Mid to upper 30s, northern Panhandle, mid-40s to the south. In the 20s again, much of south central Alaska, shade above zero in the Copper River Basin. Staying below zero, central eastern interior areas and the North Slope, with the Arctic coast running anywhere from 5 above to 15 above. And in the 20s here out over the northern Bering Sea, upper 30s near 40 or into the lower 40s for portions of the Aleutians.